What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Let's get right into it. Here to bring you an NFL discussion video on why I believe the Raiders will take a gamble on Jalen Milroe in this year's upcoming draft. Let's get into why, guys. So, I don't know what round. Jalen Milroe has a very wonky, very wide range of where he could go. It could be bottom or mid of the first. A team believes in something, and they trade up or select them in the middle of the first, or he could probably go top fourth, bottom third. So, high end, mid first, low end, top of the fourth, probably. And that's a wide range for a player, but Milroe fits the bill. He is a talented player, has some skill sets, has some good pros, and has some bad cons, and he is a legit project. Not a prospect, he's a project. And no way in the world, no way, no how he should be starting anytime soon, year one or even year two. He should be on the bench at least until, and I said maybe back in the year two if the team is struggling, whatever team draft him, and that being the Raiders also, or even the top of year three, his third year, that might be when he should be a starter, a full time starter, even get a 1 year prove it chance to, try to lead a team. But I think the Raiders are the greatest spot for him, honestly. Perfect landing spot. Geno Smith, 34 years old, just signed a 2 year extension. Makes the most sense. He's the guy for the job now. He is the fun bridge quarterback that's gonna make some big throws, make some bad throws, but he will put the ball in the air. He will give you a chance to compete, make some plays, make some noise. Potentially, if the team is built around him good. I really love the fit of Geno with this Raiders team. But the key here is Chip Kelly, in my opinion. I think, in me, just a non-Raiders fan, regular person, have no idea. I think Chip Kelly is the successor for Pete Carroll. Uh, Chip Kelly needs a second chance in the NFL. I think this is his chance. Um, I could see him being a scapegoat for Pete Carroll, but I can also see Pete Carroll being the scapegoat for Tom Brady and Spytek and all those guys for the Raiders as well. 73 years old, doesn't have super duper long left. If he, let's say, Pete flames out in 2 years. I think, and Chip stays along for the 2 years. I think they will advance him to be their head coach. A creative mind, creative person, and he's someone that Jalen Milroe needs as a play caller, be a head coach or OC to really get the job done. He's someone that fits perfectly for Milroe. And also, if you get Milroe in the best ideal situation, and most players as well, but especially him for a project like him, you want to have a stable situation, and that's why I say the stability the key comes from Chip Kelly, because Pete can go in 2 or 3 years, and Chip will be what 3 years. I think Pete's 72, 73. So Pete will be pushing 76 in 3 years, somewhere around that number, 75, 76. Chip will be 64, 65 ish, somewhere around there, depending on, give or take some months. So um, he's still in prime shape. That's not super duper old for a head coach. And like I said, Chip needs a second chance. Since that failure with the Eagles all those years ago, excuse me, that was a long time ago. And I guess he rubbed NFL people the wrong way then. He's worked his way back up to being a top spot now. Helped Ohio State win a title this past season in college football. Now he was heavily, the man came to the Raiders with a pretty nice contract. I think, if he can stay afloat in Vegas and, Pete wants out or Pete gets fired or he's a scapegoat or something, I think Chip can move on and take over the head coaching spot, and he gets the nod there. In my opinion, that could be the case. But that's just all hearsay. I have no evidence, just me guessing. But, there's not too many spots I would like for Milroe to really go to, a team to get better with, a team to grow with, and this team needs to grow. They have pieces, top guys now. mainly on the defense side of the ball, and Max Crosby. But he's being the only elite guy they have currently. But you want to grow with some of the younger guys on this team. They lost some good young guys as well via free agency. Divine Diablo, um, Trevon Moray went to the Panthers, I believe, maybe. And they lost some more guys as well. Robert Spillane to the Patriots, so on and so forth. But there are, this is a team that's going to need a kind of a retooling. And like I said, I don't know if Pete will be along for the entire ride, but Milroe staying with Chip Kelly, if this were to happen, makes a lot of sense. So I'm on board with this move, man. Let me know in the comment section how you feel about it. Am I on to something? Am I off all the way? If I can't even talk. I don't know what I'm talking about. Just let me know how you feeling, guys. But um, overall, I definitely think this makes the most sense to me. The Rams, I've been on them heavy. Stafford leaving in a year or two. Milroe under McVay, wouldn't mind it. They've been searching for a long time as well for a true backup. They drafted Stetson Bennett a couple years ago. Probably won't pan out. Jimmy G's there now, but he's not. I get it, the arm strength and stuff like that, but with Milroe, but he's nowhere near the type of guy Stafford is, and I don't know. And I know obviously he's not supposed to be Stafford, but he's too far off of what you want. Sean McVay, his starting quarterbacks have been Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford. Milroe doesn't fit the box on either one. Like even though Stafford and Goff are different, they're closer than Milroe is to those two. Way closer. So I don't know if Milroe is the guy. I might think of Quinn Ewers or Tyler Shaw, or Shuck, excuse me, however you say his last name. No disrespect to him. I think one of those two guys could make sense. Someone that could grow and be ready in a year and a half, 2 years to take over for Matt Stafford. But we'll see what happens. But I think this Geno extension really gets me thinking like Milroe is the guy at some point. They just have to, the Raiders that is, have to find a sweet spot to when to get them, because it's so tough. You don't know how other teams value them. The Seahawks will get them, the Rams, a surprise team could snatch them up. You never know. But that's it for the video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time.